Hello and welcome to Barbara's Craft Room. I would like to share with you how to make a masterboard. And a masterboard, what is a masterboard? Well, a masterboard is really like a collage of paper on paper. Or it could be a collage of lots of things. There's two important things that you need to know. Number one, nothing, absolutely nothing, is garbage. Everything that you put into the trash can be put on the masterboard. And the masterboard can create other things. I know it sounds kind of strange if you're a beginner, but if you're not a beginner, you probably know what I'm talking about. So to start with, this is the wrapping paper that you get when you go to Hobby Lobby or places like that, and they put the glass thing in and they wrap it up. And okay, you can use that paper, so save it. It's okay if it has wrinkles. It's still usable. There's also at Amazon where you can use these newsprint. And you can also use anything you have, really. This is a little bit firmer. I'm not sure what kind of paper it is, but you see this has ink. I've been using this. It can still be used. Now, if I choose, this can be used. I can cut this for tags, even though I've used it for make sure that it's my splatter board so that nothing gets on my workspace. I can still use it, so it's not trash. And I've decided to show you how to make a masterboard first. And then from a masterboard, we can move on to maybe a tag or whatever you think that you want to learn how from me. I want you to know I'm not an expert. I'm a work in progress, but I do have experience with playing with paper. I have been playing with paper since I was 15. And I didn't go the route of becoming an artist and learning how to draw and all that kind of stuff. Can I draw? Yeah, probably. But I play with paper. I've been playing with paper for at least 55 years or more. I know, I'm old. So today I'm going to choose to use the Hobby Lobby paper. And what I want to show you is that you can use anything. This is a paper scrap. It can be used. I have a bag that I put my paper scraps in. And I use it to make everything. When I print out a digital and my ink is running out, it doesn't look good, I still use these digital pieces because nothing is trash. I get a letter from someone, I can still use that. Even, you just tear it up and it works. Old tissue or whatever paper that is. Scrapbook paper. Maybe somebody wrote you a note. That's okay. That'll work. I was testing my Illusions shimmer spray on book pages. That works. Any leftovers or scraps you have, vellum, tissue, whatever you have will work. Even if you cut out something, you can still use it. And it's really a lot of fun. You just collage them all on the paper however you like. If you want it to look really vintagey, you can ink the edge of every piece you glue before you glue it. But I didn't do that. And for the magic of television, I've already glued my masterboard. As you can see, I used pieces that most people would probably put in the trash. And I used cutouts, a practice sheet, some papers. This is tissue. Everything that I thought I would want on here. And what you can do with once you have this is you can keep adding to it. You could add other little pieces of your scrapbook paper to cover some of the bold lines. Just tear a piece and you could add it to cover some of the bold lines that's on here so that it looks more full. It's up to you what you want to do, how much you want to add to it. It's your paper, your masterboard, and you're the one that's going to be using it. So it's yours. Well, on top of that, on top of putting all these scrap pieces and papers and everything, once you have it complete and you're satisfied with it, you can add stamps to it, vintage stamps. They don't have to be vintage, but they can be vintage. And to give you an idea, or an example, you can just take a stamp, whatever stamp you want, and just stamp it. Oh, you can't really see that. I can see it. But I know that ink you can't see on here. Let me try a different ink. We want it to show up or we don't. And you can randomly put your stamp wherever you choose. You can put it 100 times if you want. It's your board. There's no mistakes. Another thing you can add to your masterboard, not making it bulky, and I'm just going to show you a simple way. You can use, we call it gesso. Gesso is just a thick glue with paint in it. Some have paint, some are clear, but it's a thick like glue, but not thick like glue. It's been thinned out, but I'm going to use just some acrylic paint. And you can take your acrylic paint and you can just add white or whatever color you want, wherever you want, giving it a little texture. And it doesn't cost you anything if you use what you have. You can even use shoe polish if you want. And you put that wherever you want it on there. Another thing is if you have an empty bottle, or even if it's not empty, you can pour a little bit of paint onto like the circle here, the rim. Let's see, I have a paintbrush right here. We'll try it with a paintbrush. You don't have to use a paintbrush, but you can put it on the rim of your lid here like this, and you can stamp a circle, a spot, whatever. It's your masterboard, but you can make it however you want. You can add to it embellishments also. You can add, little pieces of glittery, whatever you want to call these things. Sequins. You can add glitter. You can add spray. Like I have on these papers, I used a spray called Delusions Shimmer Spray. You can pre-spray your paper, or you can spray it on after. And it gives you little dots. You can spray it all over and then let it dry. You can do whatever you want on your masterboard. Try not to make it too raised. But when you're done, what we're going to do is I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you how to make tags, first of all, from this. And maybe some other little goodies, an envelope or a matchbook, something. But I'm going to show you. And we're going to have so much fun learning. I hope you're as excited as I am. So please stay tuned for my tutorials. They will be once a week, I hope, or once every other week. And I'm really excited to share what little I know. And if you have any ideas, feel free to share them with me, and I'll try to expand on those. And thank you so much for watching Barbara's Craft Room.